Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to place the white light of protection on us with his blue seal, as well as I want to call in Nikola Tesla because we're going to be reading more out of my inventions from the autobiography of Nikola Tesla. And we are still on part 2, my first efforts in inventions, and it states, witness illustration, the prohibition movement, a drastic, if not unconstitutional measure, is now being put through in this country to prevent the consumption of alcohol, and yet it is a positive fact that coffee, tea, tobacco, chewing gum, and other stimulants, which are freely indulged in even at the tender age, are vastly more injurious to the national body, judging from the number of those who succumb. So, for instance, during my student years, I gathered from the published necrologues in Vienna, the home of coffee drinkers, that death from heart trouble sometimes reached 67% of totals. Similar observations might probably be made in cities where the consumption of tea is excessive. These delicious beverages super excite and gradually exhaust the fine fibers of the brain. They also interfere seriously with arterial circulation and should be enjoyed all the more sparingly as they deleterious effects are slow and imperceptible. Tobacco, on the other hand, is conducive to easy and pleasant thinking and detracts from the intensity and concentration necessary to all original and vigorous efforts of the intellect. Chewing gum is helpful for a short while, but soon drains the glandular system and inflicts irreparable damage, not to speak of the revulsion it creates. And you do feel that sometimes when you chew on the gum. Alcohol in small quantities is an excellent tonic, but it's toxic in its action when absorbed in larger amounts, quite immaterial as whether it takes it in whiskey or produced in the stomach from sugar. But it should not be overlooked that there are great eliminators assisting nature as they do in upholding her stern but just the law of survival of the fittest. Eager reformers should be mindful of the external perversity of mankind, which is the indifferent laissez-faire, by preferable to enforce the restraint. The truth about what we need stimulants to do our best work under present living conditions, that we must exercise moderation and control our appetites and inclination in every direction. That is what I've been doing for many years in this way, maintaining myself young body and mind. Abstinence was not always to my liking, and I find ample reward in the agreeable experience I am now making, just as the hope of converting some of my precepts to convictions. I will recall one or two. We're going to leave that at that because that's a lot to ponder right there, and there's just so much truth in all that. He used to have a gambling addiction, so that's where he's coming from in regards to that. And he's learned so much by, sustaining from doing that and having that self-control. I quit drinking. I used to only drink on weekends, but I quit drinking 2021, September 2021, I believe. Sad that I don't remember. And I don't do anything else. I'm completely sober. And it's been life-changing for me. You always think that you're not going to be able to socialize when you go out, but I actually have more fun and love being in that sense of control that I used to not always have. So I hope this helps. Love you all. 444 on the timer. Have a blessed day and namaste.